You said generally, overall, you like Brian. Though there's no chance in all hell you would ever bow for a man.
That's true.
You think it's degrading.
I do.
And it's disgusting and weird that anyone would want that. So disgusting and weird that I would want. So I'm disgusting and weird. Let's dive into that, though.
Great.
So first, tell me, let me just see. Well, you're currently married, right?
Yes.
If your husband, tomorrow,
No.
I hope he's watching because I'm going to tell him that he's now going to demand that you bow for him.
He's also Japanese, so he
Oh,
might
well,
actually
he
like
definitely should. He definitely got to get on that shit.
part Japanese.
He watches the show. He becomes a big fan, and he's like, you know what? Brian's on. He's onto something with the bow thing. You go home after this podcast to your husband, and he's like, you know what? I was watching the podcast. Brian makes a lot of sense. And he asks you from now on to bow. Are you divorcing him?
No, I just won't do it.
You won't do it?
No.
Are you Christian?
No.
Oh, right.
I
That's
mean,
right. You're not Christian.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. There's no circumstance under which you would bow?
No. No.
What if your husband
And
said, if you don't do this, I'm divorcing you? Not saying that you should do that, but would you do it then? Like it's that much of a deal breaker?
No, I would not.
So it's demeaning no matter what the circumstance? Like if
I don't know that it's demeaning, especially because it's like part of the he did not grow up in Japan. He's
Right.
only part Japanese. So it is like part of that culture. It's not part of our culture. So why
I mean, if
would
I'm
we
married
do
to a man,
that?
I want to please him. I want to make him happy, and I want him to do the same for me. So if I asked him to bow because I enjoyed it and it made me happy and we could have a laugh, I would hope that he would say yes to that.
Can I make him happy in 1,000 other ways?
Sure,
So
but
why
if that's
bow
what their
if I don't
particular
wanna bow?
request is, I don't think it's hurting anyone. I'm not saying you're wrong for your answer. Just curious.
I did already ask him, and he said if I did it, he'd laugh in my face. So.
Well, yeah, I understand the bow thing seems, at least in American culture, seems a little out of place, especially as a pale white man asking for it. Although it's not like, to me, it's not like trying to appropriate
No, I don't
like
think so.
what I'm doing. I'm not like trying to be Japanese or some shit. However, it is an interesting tell on, I think it's like a great temperature check for how that relationship's going to go. But before I get into my position as to why I'm for it, I'd like to understand your position a little bit better. So you say it's degrading. You say it is, hold on, I got to find the notes again. You say it's degrading, disgusting, and weird.
I did say that.
Yeah, perhaps I would grant that it's weird insofar as it's uncommon in that way. How's it degrading, though?
Because why do you want me to bow to you?
No,
like,
but
am
what-
I your servant? Do I serve you? I do do a lot of stuff. But if he asked me to do anything else, if he calls me, can you make dinner? Can you do laundry? Can you make sure that my socks are ready for work? Whatever. I will do it. Well, I don't understand the bow. I won't do it.
Okay.
I'm definitely not the only person.
Sure, a
that
lot of people
would not.
seem a little bamboozled, a little by
I don't
the
know
thing.
why you would want it.
Yeah, I'll explain it in just a bit. But what about it?
Be funny.
Removing the intention or motivation behind the person who wants it, what in and of itself doing the actual action itself, what is disgusting about it?
Disgusting might be a not good word to use.
Or, well,
I
you-
was
you
just
use
like, I
degrading
was
and
just going
disgusting.
on. But
Okay, well, how's it degrading in and of itself?
because there's no purpose at all other than that you want me to bow to you. There's no other purpose.
Okay. And? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe in chivalry?
Yeah.
What purpose does chivalry serve?
I don't know. Just
But women quite frequently want men to act in a chivalrous way. They want men to be chivalrous. For example, Would you want a man, or would you at least acknowledge that it is under the purview of chivalry for a man to open a woman's car door?
Sure.
Or
I mean,
why? Women,
I don't
women
really
have
expect that, but
while,
sure.
while women are not as physically strong as men, women have the physical capacity to open a car door. They can do it. It requires more effort for the man to do it. He has to walk out, get out of the car. I mean, it depends the circumstances. Either he's already outside the car, has to open the car, go around the car. Why should a man do that?
Well, I don't expect that, but I do think it's nice.
And I think it's
But I would never
nice
expect it.
for a woman to bow. But there's other forms of chivalry where there's much higher expectation. I almost think we should maybe watch the bow video
Tasty.
just to show the guests here. Maybe some aren't familiar. Why don't we pull up the bow video just to give people context?
Oh, it'd be
So
your ex-girlfriend?
yeah, this is a video. I do this because it's like a tutorial, an instruction manual for future girlfriends. Instead of having to like explain it, it's just, I feel like it's helpful to give women a visual aid. Show them a video, that way they know. So I took this video so I could show future girlfriends expectations. I recorded this after a long day doing a podcast. Go ahead, play it. Huge bow, the great depth, submissive hand posture. Love to see it. And of course, I getting my laundry. Yep. And then my dinner's ready. Gotta love that. Dinner's ready, unprompted, don't have to ask, ready to go. Cracks open a beer for me. I don't even drink beer, but I just have it there anyways. I dumped her though you see that in the right corner, there's like those tomatoes. That's disgusting. I had to dump her because of that. Absolutely ridiculous. Play the bow one more time. Boom. Huge bow. This is expectation. I get home. I'm handling everything, by the way. She's not working. I'm handling all the finances. I just want to bow when I get home.
What the fuck?
I'm at home fucking
I'm
slaving.
not the only one.
That's fine. Nick, do you remember those memes of like, yes, oh, wait, where would it be?
Why would anyone bow to a man?
It's going to be in the Discord, Nick.
Why would a woman bow to a
Where
man?
is it? Hold on, I'm trying to find
Well,
it.
I would bow for my man because he stepped up, first of all, to be a father to a child that is not his. He provides for me in ways that
Nick,
other men
media,
have
under
never.
resources.
And if it makes them happy and that's something that he wants, then yeah, why not? It's just like cooking dinner for him.
It's
If he
yes, you
wants
are all wrong.
Do you feel
laundry
like you're
or-
lesser than him?
It's like 4 from the top.
Why
No,
is it
we are
attached to
equals.
being lesser? It's
We
in
are
so many
equals, and he will
cultures.
even tell you that he is my equal. We
Will
are
he bow to
completely
you
equal.
then?
You have it?
He
Yeah.
would. He probably
Well, then
would.
that's cool.
If a dude bowed to me, I would be grossed out.
I don't want him to.
I
I don't
think
know.
that's
pull
so
it up.
weird.
But just like if he were to open my door for
Yeah,
me,
pull it up.
because that's chivalrous, I would bow for him.
Tab over to the other one.
You're lying.
I don't know. I think
Tab
I'm
over.
No, I'm not. I really would. We already had this
yes,
conversation.
you are all wrong. Tab over to the other one.
I think
No,
I'm.
that one. Yes, you're all. That's me. I don't care if a million people think this is silly or whatever. Don't care. I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in. So, yeah, my position is simply, if I'm going to be hustling to the point that this woman I'm with never has to work ever, and I'm taking care of everything financially, everything is taken care of for her, then my expectation is yes.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
honestly
be
like
submissive.
too gooned out to say.
I
'Cause
don't care what you
I
have
feel like
to
the
say.
thing that comes to my mind about the bowing is like that Asian girl is kind of hot, and I low key just like would want to see her like squirt those cherry tomatoes out her vagina into her man's mouth.
What does gooned out
You're
mean?
okay.
So that is what I would expect that from like my other.
Bro.
Does that make
You're
sense?
fucking vulgar, lady.
Can we not cuss on this? Is this
No,
not,
it's just like
is this a non-cussing thing?
No,
No,
you don't
you
have
can
to
cuss,
cuss
but-
to
I
say
don't
the
think that
vulgar
was the
things that
vulgar
you're
part.
saying.
it's talking
Oh.
about putting tomatoes in vagina. The fuck, dude.
Well,
all right, I'll get.
that's
hold
a
on.
real woman,
I'm gonna,
though.
I'm gonna get to my point, and then I'm gonna address you. So,
Can
back to this. Go ahead.
anything else, almost anything else, I do not want to bow.
Why not? What's?
It make. It
But
would-
you can I ask you a question. You acknowledge it's completely benign. Like the actual.
it's silly.
It takes no effort.
Maybe that's why.
But it takes no
'Cause it's
effort,
silly.
right?
no effort. Sure.
Is there anything in terms of chivalry that men should do? Should men pay for dates?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You're currently married. Is your husband the breadwinner?
Nope.
Okay. Does he pay for dates?
We pay for dates together. We make
How
about
about
the same.
when you guys first met? Would he pay for dates?
We didn't really go on dates, actually. We just hung
You
out.
never
That-
ordered food. Never
We
got
probably
dinner.
split it. Like, probably
Okay.
sometimes him, sometimes me.
All right. Have you ever, with other men you've dated, have you ever had the experience that typically they tend to pay for dates?
Yes.
Okay. And would you acknowledge that while your situation might be unique, I would argue overwhelmingly the majority of women, whether they're conservative or even liberal, even feminist, do typically have an expectation or at least strongly prefer men to pay for dates?
Yeah. Can I make a comment about this?
Well, answer my question first.
Yes,
Then
yes,
make your comment.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I think most
Okay.
women do.
Right.
Now, and I know lots of people say the person who initiated the date should be the person who pays. But generally, who asks who on a date? Generally, it's going to be the guy.
Right, I mean-
But if you say, will you go on a date with me to this really expensive restaurant? And I say yes, that is not something I was planning to pay for until you asked me. So what if I don't
Well,
have
that's complete-
$200 to go on the date? You asked me on the date. It's not something I'm like
Yeah,
budgeting
okay,
for.
that-
You asked me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's irrelevant, though.
How?
I'm just saying, if you
It
make
has nothing
the
to do with the
plan,
central.
then you
Yeah, so I would agree with you if you're like a 30-year-old going out with a 21-year-old and you're going to go take her to Nobu or some really expensive restaurant. Yeah, you should pay for it. If you're of comparable ages, well, look, actually, I think generally speaking, men should pay across the board. It's just like the most, even though I can make like a bird's eye view analysis of like, yeah, that's inequality. Men, for the most optimum chess move on the dating board, you should just pay as a guy. That's the most optimum move. But my point would be to this idea that, okay, well, men are overwhelmingly the askers, right? So this idea that whoever asks should pay conveniently does ignore that women really don't take that level of initiative, generally speaking. Now, that's not to say some women shoot their shot. Some women will ask the guy out. Really rare. So it's kind of like this whole whoever asks should pay thing. I would agree with that sentiment if it was the case that men and women asked each other out at comparable rates. If it was like 50-50 or 40-60, then I'd be like, yeah, you know what, whoever asks should pay. But it just conveniently ignores this really obvious thing that women don't shoot their shot. Women don't ask men out for first dates. Now you might say, well, I was dating this guy for 3 months and I asked him, well, okay. Talking about like first, second, third dates. Women overwhelmingly are not initiators.
I don't think that's true.
It's 100% true.
That's true.
100% true.
I think statistically it's true, but yeah, there
it's
are
probably true.
women that will ask, guys out. But if we look at like,
What's not true?
dudes and
What's not true?
women,
Like,
men are going to ask women out more.
Tell me what isn't
has
true.
anyone here asked a man out on
Sure.
the
Oh my
first
I
date?
God. I made it so
that's-
clear
but
that I'm
that
talking.
doesn't-
So exactly.
He's talking about
Oh my
like,
God. Holy shit.
Like generally,
As a
if
whole.
we all have, then how is it rare statistically? Like that's like
Yeah, no. I love that. Here's what we
8
do.
women in a room.
It doesn't
And we
matter.
all have.
It wouldn't matter if every single one of you have had an experience where one time you asked the guy out and you paid for the date. We would then have to say, of all the dates you've ever been on, if the breakdown is 90% of the time the guy pays and 10% of the time you pay, my point would still stand. Does that make sense? You're doing it. How, no, what? Oh my God, bro. What?
Just because we've done it once doesn't mean that makes it the majority of time.
My point was not, there's never in the history of the world has a woman ever asked a guy out. That wasn't my position. My position is overwhelmingly, generally speaking, women don't initiate. And I would put that number at probably, I'm almost being generous, 90%. 90% of the time is probably higher. 90% of the time, the guy's the one asking, the guy's doing the initiative, the guy's going to pay. Is this counter to your own experiences?
No. I mean, not
Yeah,
really.
yeah, tell
Like,
us.
I guess
You've been on how many first dates?
a lot.
How many?
Probably more than 50.
Okay. And then of the 50, first dates, by the way, not like you've been dating a guy for 3 years and you guys
Yeah.
went to dinner.
Yeah.
50 first dates. How many of those did you initiate?
I don't know. Maybe like 20%. I guess. I guess you're right then, like 10 or 20%.
So you're reinforcing my point.
Yeah. Now I get it. I guess I
then
just
of
had
the
to see
dates-
it from
of
a
the
different
dates-
perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who paid for those dates?
Honestly, I'm a 50-50 girl. Sometimes, like, I'll make the guy pay if I'm not that into him. But, like,
Wait, you make the guy pay if you're not into him?
yeah.
That's interesting. Usually I hear the reverse. I hear if the girl's not feeling it, she'll want it to be 50-50, but okay.
Well, because then it's just a waste of my money if I wasn't into
Right.
it, you know?
But again, I'm a bit confused. So even in, here's my confusion. Even in your own experience, you would say 20% of the time the guy initiates.
No, opposite.
So
Like,
sorry,
I guess-
I mixed up my words. 20% of the time you initiate.
Yeah.
80% of the time the guy initiates.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that bolster my position that women don't initiate?
I mean, I guess, but I think, like, generally women have initiated the first date, but I guess overall, like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't dispute that whatsoever. It absolutely is the case that women do initiate.
yeah, I
But what
get
I'm
what you're
talking
saying.
about is
Yeah, I
it's
agree
rare.
with you.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's probably 90-10.
I don't know if it's rare. I feel like all women have at least once, though. So,
They just want free food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, women all have one what?
They all have at least once, like, initiated the first date.
Right, but if they've been on 100 dates and one time they initiated,
Then it's
that
the
means
10-90,
99% of the time. And in this case, I've had many women on the show who said, I've never initiated.
Never once.
Never once.
Never
Anybody
once.
else? Never. Anybody? Okay. But
Only
let's get
when
back
I
to,
want free food.
let's get back to the bow thing here.